guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. So today is gonna be a chatty video, and I'm gonna be expressing my opinion on a topic that I have recently I've stumbled upon a video on YouTube. It was a lady that was talking about fragrance influencers and how they influence people into buying fragrances, and that it leads to overconsumption, and ultimately it sometimes leads some people to take loans and getting into huge debt just to be able to afford the fragrances. And so if you want, you can Google those videos and you'll find them. I'm not posting any links here, not because I don't want you to see these videos, but just I don't want these ladies to get some negative feedback, because I'm not completely agreeing with them. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and there was another lady, she is a smaller influencer, and she made her videos, and the title was something about broke because of fragrance influencers, and she expressed her point of view that some of her salary was already allocated to the fragrances even prior her getting the salary. So kind of things that, but you know, my point is I am agreeing with these ladies to a certain extent, but then well, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Sometimes, and I'm now talking like an influencer, I have a smaller YouTube channel. I didn't even reach 10,000k 10k in the years that I am making videos, so I'm clearly a smaller YouTuber, but I do influence people. Some people thank me that, oh my gosh, I got this fragrance thanks to you and it's amazing and blah blah blah, and I do have this positive feedbacks quite often. So I kind of influence people, their buying, getting fragrance decisions in some way, and I'm aware of that. But I prefer to think of myself as a helping to make the decision. You see, I don't want to influence people. I want to express my opinion, which is obviously I can't be neutral, because there's some brands that I like, some brands that I like less, some brands that I like more or that I love. So obviously I cannot be completely neutral, you know, obviously. I'm a human being after all, and I can be biased sometimes. So but I prefer thinking that I am kind of helping people to understand whether or not they want this fragrance. And I do this by getting the fragrance, getting the sample, what have you, and then reading out the notes and saying that this is the fragrance that costs like this and like this, the staying power is like that, and I enjoy it overall. But bear in mind, I'm a lover of this kind of fragrance, or I do not enjoy it because I'm not a lover of this kind of fragrance, or I am enjoying it although I do not like these notes. I mean, you get the idea. So I do understand, and this is, I have to make it clear, I do understand that there are some influencers, some YouTubers, some TikTokers. I don't have a TikTok channel, but I know that the TikTok fragrance segment is quite big. And I do know that some people are quite aggressive when they are promoting the fragrances that they have created in collaboration with the brand, or when they got PR, they get somewhat aggressively upfront, you know, telling you that, oh my gosh, this is the next big thing, you have to have it. If you don't have it, your life isn't complete. You need to get this fragrance now, and if you do get this fragrance now, then your life will get instantly better, and you will attract men, you will attract women, you will attract, I don't know what, bees and cupids, I don't know, but it's gonna change your life. It's gonna change how people see you. And I just want to make it clear that it's all BS, because fragrance is not going to alter your life. The only thing that they can change your life positively is maybe if you win a lottery, then you have a lot of money and you can change your life for the better. So fragrance is not going to change your life. Fragrance will probably change how people see you, not how they see you, how they smell you, because you will smell in a certain way, not necessarily in the better way. But fragrance is not gonna make your life better instantly. And some people, some influencers, they use this vocabulary. You have to have it. If you don't have it, you're a loser, you're missing out, this is the next hot thing and you have to have it. You have to absolutely get this one. And then the time passes, like a week, 10 days, and they say exactly same things about the other fragrance that probably was sent in PR. And I'm now telling you this not because I am livid or I am envious that they get fragrances in PR. Would I love to get them? Obviously I would love to get the fragrances in PR, but this is how they do things, right? And there are some influencers that they get the fragrances in PR, but they are much more cautious and they are much more like mindful, and they say, well, this is a nice fragrance, that's it, you like it, you get it, you don't like it, next. I mean, so it's all about the wording. And if the person is so is getting impressed quite easily, obviously that if one is not happy with the life, with the situation, with the current position the person is in, and then there's the influencer and just wiggling this beautiful bottle and saying that you just get it and your life will get better. Maybe if the person is quite easily subjected to this kind of to the impacts from the outside, let's say it like that, maybe this person will say that I'm gonna get this fragrance, and this fragrance might cost like 300 euros, 400. And obviously if the person doesn't have this spare money now, it might lead to the loan getting or the credit card over I don't know. But ultimately what I have to tell you, because this was some of the messages that influencers make me buy it, it's not correct. Because, and now I'm talking about the whole situation from the point of view of myself as a consumer. I'm a consumer and I'm the influencer as well. But before I was an influencer, I was a consumer of fragrances for so many years. And not once I've bought a fragrance because someone told me to buy it. I bought fragrances solely because I wanted them. Some fragrances were blind buy, but they were not influenced by someone. Someone might have told me that this fragrance exists, and someone might have told me that this is a nice fragrance and you might like it. But then the decision making and the money are mine, and I'm the one that makes the decision to get this fragrance, to allocate my money to this fragrance and get it. So this is my decision, right? And influencers don't influence my decision making. They don't influence how and where and how much money I spend. So I see the influencers as it's an advertisement. Bottom line is the advertisement, and it's up to you to listen to the advertisers or not. Some advertisement can be outrageous, some advertisement can be quite aggressive, it can be provocative, but ultimately it is your decision. And in my opinion, and this is the message of this video, in my opinion, the influencers, they have nothing to do with the fact that the person isn't able to be responsible for the finances. It's not the influencer's problem that this person is so easily impressed and he or she goes and gets fragrances for like 300, 500, I don't know, 2000 euros. It's not the problem. The influencer here, and some influencers, especially those that do it professionally, they might even get a commission, and they have to do that. They have to sing as a nightingale about this fragrance, because this is how they get money. So this is our responsibility as a consumers to tell apart, or not even to tell apart, but just kind of be responsible and be mindful enough to understand that, this is an advertisement and this is a new fragrance I might be interested in potentially. So what I do, my next step, is that I go on the official website of this brand or in my local store and I test the fragrance. If I don't have an opportunity to test the fragrance, I contact the brand directly. Maybe they have the sample kits. Because the sample kits are made for this. They're made for sampling before buying. And actually, so many brands, they do a beautiful thing that actually they return this amount of money that you have spent on sample kit as a part of the payment for the fragrance, in case if you choose to buy a fragrance after you have bought a sample kit. So ultimately, I don't understand why so many people are pissed with the influencers. The influencers, especially those that are paid to do this, it's their job. I mean, you don't get pissed if you see the advertisement on the television, right? And there's some food, like let's say chocolate bar, and you go out, you get this chocolate bar, or like the ice cream. It's summer. Let it be ice cream. It's summer. You see the advertisement of the ice cream, and you go out and you get the ice cream, and the ice cream, you don't like this ice cream. You have nothing to say to the advertisers, because advertisers did their job. They interested you, you went out, you bought it. You like it, you don't like it, it's your decision. It was always your decision, because it is on the paper. It says that this is the white chocolate ice cream with, I don't know, strawberry filling and pistachios on top. I don't know. In fragrances, it's even better because you can actually sample it in chocolate bar, or the ice cream. You cannot sample it. The fragrances, you can actually sample it. So it's, for me, it's just such an it doesn't even make any sense to me that some people blame influencers for overconsumption, or the influencers made me buy it. And I will tell you one more thing, because this is important. Some people say, well, the influencers and YouTube is the reason why people overconsume. I have to tell you as much, I have always loved fragrances. I've started collecting fragrances when I was in my 90s. 90s? 90s? When I was 19. And, well, actually 18 maybe. And I'm now 41. I have a lot of fragrances. And my fragrance collection, it was always big. And it was always substantial, even though it wasn't as big as it is now, simply because now I have bigger and wider access to the online stores, and it's much easier to have the international shipping, because like in 2010, not all brands were available for the international shipping. Now, if you don't have a website that doesn't ship abroad, you are out of business immediately. You have to have it. So let's talk about 2005, 2006, something like that. YouTubers, they didn't talk about all this fragrances. I don't know if YouTube existed. Probably not yet, or it was just in the beginning. But I already had a big collection. This is because I love the thing. and I love to smell the fragrances, and I love to buy the fragrances, and no one influenced me, and no one influencing me even now, because this is the thing that I love, and I influence myself. I like the thing, I go out and buy it. I don't like, I don't buy it. The influences are just the source of information, advertisement, but they do not make you buy the thing. It's like, it's gonna be the last thing, I promise. I apart from fragrances, I am an avid collector of elephants. I have a big collection of elephants, and I love them to bits. So this is one of the elephants that I adore. It looks like not much, right? It's made of wood. It's beautifully crafted, and inside there's another elephant, and this is quite an old piece. This is one of the centerpieces of my collection. I love this elephant a lot, and this is very meaningful to me because it's very intricate, and the elephant that is inside, it's just a masterpiece. It's a beautiful one. And if you don't like elephants, you were just listening to this past 2 minutes like, what the hell is she talking about? Elephants? I don't... why? This is exactly my point. I just wanted to prove my point. My point is, if you are not interested in elephants, I can show you my whole collection of elephants. And I have some beautiful, wonderful pieces, just amazing pieces. And you will probably go to see another video from another person altogether, because you will not be interested. So if you are listening or watching the videos about fragrances, it means that you are interested in them. And it means that the influencers, they don't influence you into buying. You want to buy it. And sometimes people use this excuse, well, the influencers talk about this fragrance, it's viral, I have to buy it. You don't buy it because it's viral. You buy it because they arouse your interest, and you are interested, and you go and buy it. So that's pretty much it. So if you're not interested in the thing, you will not go out and buy it. But if you are, then you go and you buy it. And this is the last thing now, that I just want people to understand, that the only person that is accounted for, that is responsible for huge collection, is the buyer itself, himself, herself. It is you who is buying, who is paying. It is you that is responsible for the growing collection. Bottom line, no influencer is responsible for your growing collection, because if you don't have means, and some people actually collect fragrances even if they don't have means, they make a loan, they take a loan, and I'm totally against it, but they still do. I don't know why, to prove the point, but what is the point in this? What is the point of being broke and have a collection of fragrances? I have no idea. And I do think that here we go into some kind of deeper psychological issues, because maybe some people use their huge collection to prove that they're worth something, and it's not how it works. But ultimately, a person that is buying the fragrances is responsible, not the YouTubers, not the TikTokers. They can influence, and some can really get into our head, and sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, I need this fragrance to complete my collection, but the collection will never be completed. It's not ever gonna be complete, because there will, every single day, there will be a new fragrance coming out, and you will be chasing it and chasing it and chasing it all the time. So this was my point. This was my point, and trust me, I do know something about something or two about tactics and buying strategies and selling strategies, because I have masters in in economics and business administration, and my major was marketing. So I know a thing or two, and I know how the strategies work, and I know how they can be aggressive. But ultimately, it's up to us whether to get this cash out of our wallet or to swipe this credit card or not. It's no one's decision but ours, right? So to give the blame, to put the blame on the influencers, it's not correct. In my opinion, it is not correct. So let me know what you think about this, because I'm very interested, and I know that's a very controversial topic, and I know that some people will gonna say, well, you're not right. I want your opinion on this. Please give me your opinion. I thank you for your attention. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Sunday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.